A storm is closing in on one of India's biggest business names. The Enforcement Directorate has moved on Anil Ambani's empire all of last week, attaching properties across 8 states valued at over 7,500 crore rupees. Now, at the heart of this case is a 13,600 crore loan web routed through shell companies, shadow accounts, and Republic in the last 1 week has accessed the audit findings, lender minutes, and the documents that expose the network behind the numbers. Now watch closely, because what you're about to see in this long-form story is the inside trail of loans, possible laundering, as the Enforcement Directorate claims, and a financial empire of Anil Ambani, one of the biggest names in India, now under siege.
Once among the richest men in India, now under the Enforcement Directorate's scanner. The empire of Anil Ambani, spread across power, finance and infrastructure, is facing its biggest test yet. Republic is outside his Cuff Parade residence in Mumbai, a house that's been silent for days, guarded round the clock as the ED moves in on Anil Ambani's multiple Reliance Group assets.
ED has attached Anil Ambani's luxurious residence in Mumbai. We are outside of this residence. It's plot number 43, Pali Hill, Bandra West. They have not yet shifted here, but Anil Ambani and his family have planned to shift here within 2 to 3 months. It's the poshest area of Mumbai and it's situated in Bandra West. This building is a 4-story building, as you can see, and most luxurious bungalow in Mumbai. And this property, estimated to be worth several hundred crores, has been provisionally attached after investigators traced suspected links between the assets and the proceeds of the alleged crime. The attachment follows findings that funds from group of companies were allegedly diverted through a network of shell entities. And as we know, 42 properties of Anil Ambani group of companies have been attached by ED, and among these properties, this is the most important and most luxurious property, which is Anil Ambani's residence. And it is situated in Bandra West, Mumbai, most poshest area of Mumbai.
The Enforcement Directorate has attached 42 properties linked to the Anil Ambani Group, worth over 7,500 crore rupees. These include the Pali Hill Villa in Mumbai, the Reliance Centre plot in New Delhi, flats in Noida and Hyderabad, and immovable properties in Andhra Pradesh. The attachments come in the Enforcement Directorate's probe into alleged loan diversion and fund funneling by Reliance Home Finance Limited and Reliance Commercial Finance Limited, both part of the Anil Ambani Group. The ED claims that loans worth 13,600 crore rupees were routed through Yes Bank, funneled via a web of shell companies, and even parked in mutual funds, violating sanctioned terms. Republic has accessed explosive documents from as early as January 2020, when lenders and auditors first raised the alarm. The minutes of a lenders' meeting record that Grant Thornton, the forensic auditor, had identified multiple potentially indirectly linked entities or piles used in suspicious loan transactions. The audit found that several of these entities stopped being Reliance subsidiaries just before receiving funds from RHFL and RCFL. New loans were sanctioned to repay old ones, a classic circular transaction pattern. The findings were damning. For a company registered to finance homes, the corporate loan book exceeded the housing loan portfolio. The forensic auditor identified circular transactions, loans to shell entities with no net worth, and even disbursements before sanction dates. Contact numbers were fake, financials missing, certificates absent, yet the money kept flowing. Despite clear evidence of irregularities, the accounts were never declared fraudulent by lenders. It took 5 years and an ED crackdown for the investigation to catch up. Republic has now traced part of that asset web to Noida's BHA Millennium Tower. An internal invoice from BSES Housing Association shows Reliance Infrastructure Limited paying for flats owned by its subsidiary, Utility Powertech Limited. The invoice, dated 15 September 2025, lists 8,77,000 rupees in maintenance dues for 6 flats registered under the subsidiary.
Big development on Enforcement Directorate's probe against the Reliance Anil Ambani Group. The ED has attached over 40 properties which is said to be valued more than 3,000 crores in relation to the alleged money laundering of the public funds which were raised by Reliance Homes Finance and Reliance Commercial Finance. The ED has valued the properties to around 3,084 crores, which includes several high upscale assets, including the Ambani family residence Pali Hill in Bandra, Mumbai, and Reliance Centre in Delhi, and several other commercial residential units in Delhi, Noida, Ghaziabad, Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, and several other cities. We are right outside one of those units. This is BHA Millennium Tower in Noida, Sector 62. Allegedly, Anil Ambani Group has around 6 units in this tower. The agency says these assets are linked to the diversion and laundering of public funds which were raised by Reliance Home Finance and Reliance Commercial Finance, which together had borrowed thousands of crores through investments made by Yes Bank between 2017 and 2019.
They had about somewhere around 14 to 15 flats over here, out of which now only hardly around 6 flats are with Reliance. Remaining flats have been taken only by the family members and 1 or 2 employees over here. And they have been dictating here, and they are not happy that the society has been registered. Now they are doing all the unwanted issues producing over in the society, and they are creating nuisance to it. And the Reliance flats, they have been sold out the things. There was no proper intimation to anybody, and what are the money has been transaction taken place. And when I visited the Reliance office for the remaining payment of it in Bombay, on alone I went over there. I met Mr. Pradeep Singh, he is from HR, and the other person is Arnab Basu from Finance. Though they have been committing it that for the remaining payment, whatever the dues are there, it will be given to you. Even today, by writing, they are not given anything, but we have sent a lot of writing, and as well as performance was given. It is somewhere around about 8.5 lakh of rupees. Today it is pending against the 6 flats. So this is what I want to tell, and it has to be taken up, and we should get the money back to us.
The Enforcement Directorate calls it one of India's largest corporate loan diversion cases, involving over 35 banks and thousands of crores of public money. A financial web so intricate, it took years of audits, raids, and paper trails to untangle. As assets are sealed and documents unearthed, the question is not just about loans or losses. It is about accountability, about how far a financial empire can stretch before it collapses under the weight of its own concealment.